I am delighted to be joined in the commentary box for the ladies' final by Kerry Griffiths. Good afternoon, Kerry.
Afternoon, Dan. Should be a good match, this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say, as far as I'm aware, Vicky's first ladies' title was actually here in 2019.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And I don't think Deb's actually... I know Deb's double world champion, but that was before the days of the IPA Ladies Tour. I don't think she's won a tour event.
Yeah, I can't think of one, if I'm honest.
No. So well, Vicky's essentially defending her title here from 2 years ago, because obviously we weren't here last year.
Yeah, I mean, it was the grand final that Lomax won the time
I guess,
before.
yeah, it was Tour 5, wasn't it? This is Tour 4, so yeah. It's but either way, it seems to be a happy hunting ground for her. So it is the IPA International Ladies Final. How's your weekend gone, Kerry? Have you played all right, or?
Not as well as I'd have hoped.
Well,
but
you're not in the you're not on our screen, so no, I guess not.
Yeah, I mean, Deb played well against me, to be fair. She was clinical, and I know she's probably a bit high on confidence at the minute because she's just on the back of a win. She won the Jenny Levens Cup at county finals, so she's probably in the groove a little bit and carrying on from that, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great win. I mean, the English Ladies County Finals is a real top event. There's I mean, especially in terms of the ladies, it's almost as strong a field as you can get. It's certainly comparable to an IPA event. So yeah, it's a really big title, that, and yeah, it'd be good to see Deb kick on, because it's been a while since. It would be nice to see her recapture her best form. It's been a while since she's been on the winners' podium at an event like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Vicky, of course, as I said, a winner in the Isle of Man a couple of years ago. Do you feel like you thought she was going to spur on a bit more from that and capture some more titles, or?
Yeah, possibly, especially when you look at some of her results at just the tours this year. You know, she looks like she's absolutely stomping through the event, and then all of a sudden just becomes unstuck in one round and then exits the competition, which, you know, it almost shocks you in a sense.
Yeah, because she's playing so well, and then all of a sudden she just throws one in there that's a really weird result. We've had a bit of a change to the schedule in the ladies this year, this event, haven't we? It's been groups of 5 and...
Yeah, this is the first time it's ever been done like this, just purely because there was 25 entrants, so they changed it to suit the amount of people.
Well, Vicky's off to a solid start. That's a nice little safety shot. It's not the best break, is it?
No, it's
this
very
is going to
messy.
be a very messy game between these two.
Especially given this will be their first match on this table as well, so they got to gauge how it's running.
Yeah, I commentated on the amateur final this morning, and obviously that was a similar situation. First game on this table for both players, and they adapted well, but there were definitely a couple of overhit shots, and it's just that little bit more reactive, and just that little touch quicker.
Yeah, I think if your arm's a bit tight as well, it's easy to just slightly overhit things.
Well, Vicky's arm doesn't look tight based on that shot. That was a pretty aggressive, attempt to open things up. Actually, it would have been, if she makes a yellow there, all the yellows all of a sudden are there, and perhaps now Deb can have a go at them.
Yeah, I think she will as well. She'll want to get this first frame on the board. She's very much a confidence player. Once she gets on a roll, she can be very hard to stop.
Have you entered any of the other events this time round, or just the ladies? You didn't?
I did have a go in the amateur and the open. This time round.
How'd you get on?
Not too great. I mean, I had good results. I mean, I lost 6-5 to Morgan McGuinness, which, you know, it's still a loss, but in terms of
the previous event, that's some going.
And then in the open, I lost 5-4 to Andrew Rigby.
Oh, he's a good player, yeah.
So again, no, I had chances to win 5-4 to be fair, but you know, it is what it is. Really.
Certainly not a disgraceful performance, though,
No,
is it?
no.
Against players of that calibre.
It was a good warm up to be fair for the ladies.
Yeah.
But no, I'll probably do it at the next one as well. I did quite enjoy it.
It's just more pull for your money in some ways, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just gives you a couple more matches of the weekend. It makes a bit more of a weekend of it, I suppose.
It's nice to play against some different people as well. I mean, because obviously I know we always play in the ladies, but you're always playing the same ladies. So
Yeah.
it was just nice to have a few games against the men.
It's not unfair to say it's a smaller field, so you're just a bit more bunched together.
Yeah.
But there seems to be a really good camaraderie in the ladies. You all sort of seem to stick together quite well.
Yeah, we do.
As a group.
Yeah.
Nice effort. That was a pretty tough pot for Deb. But she's played it in such a way where she hasn't left an easy starter on for Vicky, so there's some work to be done here.
It'll be interesting to see how Vicky goes about this, whether she's still going to keep attacking with the Reds being a little bit messy.
Just trying to cover the pocket. Not too bad. I don't think the yellow above the black passes to the bottom right. I think if it did, then Deb might have a go at that, but she's having a good look.
Seconds.
Or doesn't want to be behind the reds. Well, now this is aggressive. Deb's lining up this plant. Do you think the red makes that a big pocket? I sort of feel like it does.
Possibly off the cushion first.
Yeah.
But just to get the plant right, to play it off the cushion, off the red is...
Oh, it's not a bad effort. It just didn't have the pace. I think not too much more pace, and that's in. And the position was perfect as well. She
Yeah, it was, yeah.
held it lovely on the red. Now though, Vicky actually is in amongst the balls here. Just wonder if the yellow's covered the red where Deb's just played that attempted plant. I don't know if that red will squeeze past.
I think she must still be able to squeeze it past, otherwise I don't think she'd be going quite so aggressive.
Now we'll find out in a minute. Looking at it now as a plant, it's squeezed past, and I think she's got the same problem again. I think she's got half a pocket for that.
I think that was always the problem, using the plant to get that. I think she needed to play that directly rather than using the plant. Because you're relying on a little bit of luck for that red to stay in a potable position.
Yeah. And if you play it directly, you're getting exactly the same contact as you would have, so
yeah.
why put the red in that position? I suppose the only thing is it's actually a nice, as long as it does go, which I imagine it does, it's a nice ball to land on the black now.
Yeah.
So, swings and roundabouts. It's a nice shot.
Nice cueing.
Yeah, difficult cueing over the ball. Well, now's the moment of truth. Does this red go? Don't think there'll be too much pace on this one. Dead weight off the yellow, and it's hung.
Second prize.
Second prize, but it's an easy safety for Deb. Deb's got to be a little bit careful. If she can, she doesn't want to leave the up and down, because actually that's not that difficult a shot for Vicky.
But she'd be pretty pushed to get the white back out from the up and down.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I know what you're saying. It's true. A little bit of pace and a fortunate knock here. You never know. That red is right in the pocket, though. You're right. It's going to be difficult. I think she just needs to put some pace into this and hope a little bit, to be honest. Oh, it's a good hit. But as you said, couldn't get the cue ball out.
Total snooker.
I mean, forgive me, but in this situation, I'm hitting and hoping. I don't know about you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
100 miles an hour, try and find a pocket.
Exactly. Just the 6 pockets on the table, have a go at it. I've got a horrible feeling, though, that she's jawed on the up and down, which is really harsh if she is. I think she's snookered behind the jaw for the obvious angle as well. So this might have to be a couple of cushions. Like, I don't think this is possible. She's swerve. I mean, it's a great hit. It's a very, very good hit. I mean, Deb's still massive favourite, but that's a really good escape. She probably got the cue ball as well in one of the more difficult positions she could have for Deb.
Yeah.
It's a long one or a tricky little one to the middle. Nothing easy on here. Oh, nailed.
A bit more angle on this than she'd like.
Yeah, she sort of underran the last previous shot, didn't she, with the cue ball?
She could have overran it rather than underrunning it and still been absolutely fine.
So do you drop this in dead weight? It's tricky, isn't it? You're going to be leaving a nasty black if you're not careful. Oh, perfect.
No problems.
What do we know? In goes the black. Deb Burchell takes the lead. Vicky Lomax had her chance, but just that plant that didn't quite go right in the end. Scott McMillan is the man in the middle for this match. I'm sure he's read the right act to these two. Can still see as well some action going on the 3 tables behind the stream table. We've got some scores for you there at the bottom of your screen. Liam Dunster and Simon Ward are just getting underway. These are the quarter-finals in the open event. Corey Rees and John McAllister will be getting underway soon as well. Vicky has hit a very good break there and not been rewarded. Deb Burchell with the first opportunity in this frame. It's not the easiest of layouts, is it? I suppose you'd argue that Reds is a slight favourite because of the yellow on the bottom cushion.
Just slightly, yeah, but I mean they've both got their problems, really. A bit of precise cue ball control needed with the Reds.
I mean, if you could plant the 2 Reds in the bottom half of the table, you could actually play the yellow onto the red in the centre of the table, and that would sort of open up the Reds, but Deb's thinking yellows are the colour. Oh, she tried to break it out first ball, and she somehow managed to make neither. I thought she was going to fluke the red.
Slightly unfortunate, really.
Yeah, a bit harsh. Well, now Vicky comes to the table, and it's just starting to come together, really, isn't it? You could make a case for either colour here, but it's a much nicer table than Deb had.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the plant in the middle.
Well, that was the most difficult red out of all of them, wasn't it? And she's able to get rid of that with it being open table with the plant.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Deb could have done that, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
What Deb played did open things up as well, so I guess, she was just trying to open up the other area of the table first. Just the fact that she missed meant that Vicky only had the one area to look at. A nice shot. I think Vicky's just got to think about this plant. I don't think it's certainly not made. She's actually going to have to hit the first one quite thin.
I think she just left a little bit too much angle on that red just then. It just made it a little bit more tougher with the cue ball.
I kind of thought she was going to go back for it.
Especially with the black being up there as well.
Yeah, I thought that might have been her ball for the black. But she's got second prize. It's covered the pocket. Like yellow definitely doesn't pass. It's a nice effort at the combination shot from Deb. She's a bit unlucky to land right on it. That's actually really unlucky. Because now she can't see the one down the rail.
I think she'd have wanted to nudge that in anyway, so that if that plant isn't set, it's it's not leaving that out to make the plant so that she can get the one over the bag.
It's not just that; it would have opened up the pocket for the yellow nearest the black spot as well. I think she can consider herself highly unfortunate there, to be honest. She's going to take a double on. She is. Is she going to fluke a treble? She's not.
Split them two reds up now.
Yeah, she's got a decision to make here, hasn't she? Because actually, she could play the left-hand of those up as a plant to the top left. Top right, rather. Or she could try and drop it in the centre. That's a lovely shot.
Yeah, lovely. No reason why she shouldn't be finishing these now. Not with how she's been playing all weekend.
I quite like the way she played that. There was some confidence in that. She wanted both of those.
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
It was.
Oh no, dear.
That is a poor shot from Vicky.
Snooker.
She's quite a quick player, isn't she? But I feel like she could have taken a second there.
She never really settles in between shots. She's just such a flowing player, and I think sometimes you can come unstuck. Just take that extra couple of seconds just to reset and realise, work out where you want the white.
Oh, I thought she'd made it out. She's had a result there, hasn't she? Less so. It's a touching ball, so Deb can just play away. She can just get the cue ball down table. Make life difficult for Vicky. She'll probably be aiming for the yellow on the bottom rail, won't she? I mean,
yeah.
You don't need to hit it hard at all. Just get it somewhere around there. Well, that's very wide.
She's left her a go at this.
Yeah, she needed that was far too wide. The thing is, even if Vicky misses this, she's likely to get the pocket, and it's a pocket that Deb needs. That's a poor shot from Deb.
I mean, anyway, down there, that yellow on the rail, she would have been total.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, wow.
That's not what she wanted.
It certainly isn't. That is a foul. We've spoken about, for the viewers that are new to these rules, black ball rules, the skill shot or the combination shot is an option available to players. As long as you hit your ball first and pot it, you can pot your opponent's ball in the same shot. So had Vicky potted that red, that wouldn't have been a foul. But the red stayed in the corner. So it is. I suppose Deb's biggest worry here is the yellow on the bottom rail. You want to land nicely on those.
Yeah. I mean, no, I wouldn't want to be leaving it till last either.
No.
I wouldn't have thought.
No, the yellow near the black spot would be quite a nice link ball, wouldn't it? If you could come down the left-hand side of the table and leave a nice angle to get onto that.
Yeah, just so you're dropping them in, not having to do too much.
I think that's the ideal, really, isn't it? If you can work out a pattern where it's pretty much just straight shots.
Yeah. I mean, if you're already feeling a little bit of tension in your arm, just from nerves, the last thing you want to be doing is putting sign on the ball or hitting them harder than you have to. You just want to drop them in. It's come across nicely.
Yeah,
I think she can play it how you've said now.
That's a really nice angle to come down table. Yeah, I think if she just tops this through, I think she'll just squeeze past that yellow near the black spot. Oh, she's come wide. She was trying to leave the yellow on the rail till last, and that was a difficult way to go about things.
I'm not sure if she was still going the way you suggested, but just tried to do it stunning it on and off the cushion, rather than just topping through.
I just didn't. I didn't think she had the angle for that. I thought she had to top. Oh, Vicky. I think Vicky needs someone to tell her to just take a breath.
Yeah, I mean, she's so used to playing like that it just is how she plays. But I mean, me personally, I like to take the benefit of just having another look or whatever. But not everyone plays like that. Vicky just needs that momentum, that flow.
Yeah.
And when it's working for her, I mean, it's great to watch.
Yeah, she's a real talent.
I'm not sure what Deb's done there.
No, I feel like she could have just moved her yellow off the rail, couldn't she? Just left Vicky a tough shot. Well, Deb has not punished Vicky there. It's one apiece. And
I think they'll both like to forget that one pretty quickly.
Let's all forget that one pretty quickly. A little bit error strewn. We are coming towards the end of our weekend in the Isle of Man, but we will be back. Back here in January for the grand finals of the IPA Tour. We'll be back on the BBC again for the World Championships. You're, of course, a former World Champion runner-up.
Yeah.
You looking forward to the Worlds?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I believe they're back at Cedar Court this time, are they? Yeah. But yeah, it's always good. I like playing the set format, actually.
It makes it interesting, doesn't it? Yeah.
Because I mean, if you lose the first set, I don't know, 4-3, it no longer matters because that set's gone. You just reset, and carry on,
And equally, if you lose it 4-0, it doesn't.
It's not. It doesn't matter. Because it's gone now. You're not 4-0 down. You're starting afresh in a new set.
I think the set format is a perfect recipe, really, for a tournament like the Worlds. It's sort of a recipe for shocks. But I don't know, the cream always seemed to rise to the top, I guess. When you look at the previous World Champions, and in the ladies' game, Emma Cunningham, Deb Burchell.
Amy
Beecham, she's been a revelation, hasn't she, since she arrived on the IPA. Obviously not around this weekend, but I hope to see her again soon, because, she's a magnificent
she'll
player.
be back in January.
Yeah, that's good to hear. She is a very, very good player. Well, Deb's just going about her business quite nicely here. I think she just needs one very good positional shot. The right hand of the Reds is awkward, but she could land on it to the centre, potentially. Either centre, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know if she can come down now to this one just under the black, and then follow that through for that red into the middle.
Oh, she didn't want the jaw. A hand of apology there, but I don't think it's actually all that helpful for Deb. I actually feel she was a bit unlucky there. If she didn't catch the jaw, I think that was quite a nice positional shot. What can she do here? Can she play the red off the cushion off the yellow?
I think that's all she's got, really, to be honest. Even if she doesn't get it, she's going to take the bag and make things a bit more difficult for Vicky.
Yeah, it's kind of got to be worth a go, hasn't it? And if she does get it, she can just stun the cue ball. She can hold for the one to the left centre. Oh, Deb Burchell, that's a wonderful shot. She's got a really nice angle as well for the last red. You can just run it through a foot or so. I'd say that's just about perfect.
No better way of getting the previous frame out your mind by dishing the next, is there?
I mean, this black, and I have to say, this is going to rank as one of the better finishes I've seen this weekend from anyone. This has been a superb display by Deb Burchell. Now that is brilliant. Nerves of steel on that black as well. That wasn't as easy as it looked, or as easy as she made it look.
Shows how good the mentality is as well, really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you say, that the previous frame, you know, no one's we're not going to want to talk about that again very much, but for Deb to come to the table after that, you know, it's been a bit scrappy. She's really thrown away a chance to go 2-0 up.
Yep.
And then come and pull out that finish. That is just superb. Good bit of vision as well, really, after she, you know, she ran out of position.
Yeah,
and she
but
found the way out of
the
it.
shot, didn't
Exactly.
she?
Yeah. Can Vicky respond? Oh, that's a much better break. Oh, doesn't want that yellow to sit on the cube. Oh, wow. It's a touching ball.
She's got absolutely nothing to go at.
Thing is, it's not a bad split. They're all sort of clustered in the centre of the table, but there's nothing, you know, there's no real clusters to break out here. If you were to pick these off, it's almost like a snooker table, isn't it? If you pick them off, it opens up the next pocket for the next ball. I kind of think the only thing she can do is sort of try and roll Deb equally as close to a ball as she is now. Just try and roll in behind the yellow on the balk line. That's the shot. Tell you what, that's perfect.
Perfect.
Wow, what a shot. That's a really clever safety shot. I think Vicky will hope it's not touching.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I don't think it is. I haven't heard Scott, our referee, suggest so.
I mean, he hasn't even checked, so...
No, it must be... It looks quite close on the overhead view.
Extension call.
So, I mean, what are you doing in this situation if you're Deb? Are you just trying to come out of this and pot something?
Oh. I mean, that looks like she'd have tried, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I might have been tempted just to lay the white up on the top cushion and maybe just let Vicky have a go.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're running the risk of her winning the frame, but again, there's some precise cue ball control needed. So if she does make a mistake, your balls are all there to go at.
Yeah. Love that first shot. It was really good. The red that's now finished close to the left centre, she's broken that out very nicely with her first shot. Really impressed with Vicky and the way she's picked out the pattern so quickly in this one. Because those reds were all sort of, they were so awkward, weren't they? You know, they looked easy, but actually it was all about the order. And Vicky seems to have worked it out.
She must have been going too... Because I thought she might have took the one in the centre there, but she must have been going too far down the table. Maybe she had more angle than it looked.
Yeah, quite possible. I'm with you. I thought she was going to take, the middle of the reds, if you like, into the left centre, and then hold for the red just to the right of that. Either way, it's brought Deb to the table, and that's a fabulous shot. She won't be too worried about knocking the black over there either, because there's a huge
massive
pocket.
Bag now, yeah.
I think Deb can get through to the one next to the red here. She can. This would open things right up. Oh, but she's missed it. There's a lot of tension and a lot of pressure out there, isn't there?
Definitely. I think I've seen more mistakes in these few frames than I've seen him make all weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, would not surprise me. Vicky Lomax knocks the rail, the black down the rail, and she levels the scores at 2-all. It's a tight, tense affair, and there's certainly some pressure showing.
I mean, I know she still cleared them up pretty quickly, but I actually think she took a little bit more time in between each shot then.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think, yeah, it probably would have been 20 seconds, 30 seconds quicker if... I know she's very... Do they live together, her and Dean Shields? Or
No, I mean, they don't live far from each other. But
right, I thought they were flatmates or something, I don't know. But yeah, I know they're very, very close, and perhaps Dean just had a word in the ear. And
possibly, yeah.
Just take the time, just chill. Both these players came through their groups as group winners. Vicky in a... well, Vicky actually lost a game in the group stage, I see.
Yeah, Beck did beat her in the group.
Yeah, Beck Sweeney in second place in that group.
They're about you to break. 2 frames low. Harmon.
Deb, though, came through absolutely unscathed. 20 frames 4-7 against. That's some going.
Yeah.
I did see one of her games, and she did look very, very strong.
Yeah, like I say, I think she's high on confidence at the minute.
Yeah.
You know, like you said yourself, she's probably gone a while without any, big wins, which back when she was winning the Worlds and stuff like that, she was winning a lot.
Yeah.
And then she's gone through a massive amount of time, and we all know how it can get, and it's just loss after loss.
She had quite a major injury for a while as well, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. In fact, the last time we were here at the Isle of Man, she was on crutches. She'd damaged her ligament in her calf, I think. I mean, she was still break dishing, even with the crutches going around the table, but,
I mean, it looks like she's fully recovered from that now, and I guess that's got to have an effect, hasn't it? Even if not when you're down on the shot, it's got to have an effect on things like stamina and the sort of mental side of the game.
Yeah.
I do feel like Deb's just working her way into trouble here, though. That red next to the black now. That's very awkward.
Yeah, I mean, she did just nudge the black over there, and it's really made it awkward now.
She's only really got this thin snick to the right centre.
I'm not sure if she's looking like she can see the one on the rail up near the top.
If she can, that would be a better option, and the natural angle would nudge that yellow out of the way as well, wouldn't it? It's tight up there.
Awkward cue as well.
Just a little containing shot.
Yeah, she's obviously just thinking maybe let Vicky have a go with that yellow being up there.
Oh yeah, I mean that yellow's in such an awkward position, isn't it? I kind of feel like Vicky's got a free go with the red where it is though, to just double this and see what happens. Oh, she! It's a great double.
It, but she's not. Is she on
I think she's on. I think she's okay. I think she's got the long yellow, and the natural angle probably takes her into the 2 yellows in the centre of the table. So the cue ball's going to be held up. She'd be very unlucky not to be on anything after this. That is a lovely shot.
Queuing confidently now.
Yeah, yeah. But she is just taking an extra couple of steps round the table each time. Huh?
Just looking where she wants a white. It does make the difference sometimes.
Yeah. I know lots of players do it, I mean, in different ways, but you hear a lot of people talk about visualising the shot and visualising where you want the cue ball to end up.
I think sometimes as well, though, you know, you can look at it from one side of the table, but it actually looks different from the other side.
Yeah, completely.
So it just gives you that bit more reassurance that, you know, you are going to have the cue ball exactly where you need it.
Yeah, when you're working out your pattern as well, you know, it helps to look at it from all angles, because sometimes you see things that you didn't see before.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Vicky's just a fraction short of pace here. I think if she pushes this through, she's going to leave a thin black.
Might screw on and off the cushion.
Yeah.
Take it in the same bag.
Oh, miscue. Big miscue.
Again, she didn't cue that up for very long compared to some of the others she's just been doing. It was a little bit rushed.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that in the replay. She sort of gets down and... Well...
No, she probably did actually
take a bit more than you thought, yeah. But it wasn't a foul, just a miscue. So Deb comes to the table. And really, she's got to clear up. There's certainly nowhere to hide here, so it's going to be a difficult transition shot, isn't it, from the
one on the side rail to the one on the top.
Yeah, between the two rails, whichever way she...
I think if she gets on the one on the side rail well, it should just be a natural angle to go up for the one on the top, because you don't want to be straight on it, you know, you want to be able to come back down for the black, so...
But it's then taking that long across the rail to come down for the black as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty perfect, to be honest. Just top through, take the red on the top to the same bag, and then float down for the black.
Seconds.
Oh wow, she's tried to move it, I think. She'll probably be happy with how that's come out.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been playing to move that.
No. I can't imagine why else she'd play it at that pace, though. Actually, this is alright. She can probably play this with a touch of running side and bring the cue ball up the table.
Oh, well, the way she's playing, she just wants a shot at it. She don't even need to get too close to it, to be honest. Sigh of relief.
Big puff of the cheeks from Deb Burchell. Just this longish range black for a 3-2 lead.
Seconds.
Knocks it in very confidently indeed. That is 3-2 to Deb Burchell. She is just 2 away from victory now. It's been a tightly contested battle so far, but I think Deb's lead is probably deserved.
Yeah. I mean, it could be the other way around. Lomax has had the chances. Vicky, has had the chances to win those frames. But she just hasn't been clinical in taking them out.
I feel like that's why I think Deb's just been that little bit more clinical. Yeah. I think Deb's probably had, 1 or 2 fewer chances than Vicky, and she's taken them. That's the difference. Vicky's shown some really good stuff at times. She just hasn't been able to put it together for a whole finish, basically.
Just to finish it off, yeah. It's almost like she's done all the hard work in every one of those chances as well, and then, you know, slipped up on the finishing touches. I
mean, the miscue in the previous frame, that was really caused by just not running the ball through, half an inch more.
Yeah.
Then she's fine. She has been breaking well, though.
Using the cut break. I'm not sure if she usually cut breaks. I thought she was a front ball breaker.
No, I'm with you there. I'm not sure I've ever seen her cut breaking, but she's making a ball consistently. It's not the best split. Oh, she's straight into her work on yellows. I mean, obvious problems, the yellow on the left and the 2 in the middle.
I think she can possibly break that little cluster up now.
6 of one, half dozen of the other,
Yeah,
that, isn't it?
yeah.
She's broken out the 2 in the middle and then made the other one worse. There's no chance of a double on that either, certainly not to the centre, which is where you want to take it. Can she see the potting angle on the furthest of those yellows? I'm not convinced. She's had a good look at it. No, just a containing shot, and it's a fraction short of pace because Deb can certainly see the middle of those reds, or the red in the middle of the table, I should say,
It's
up
hard
to the
see
top left.
if that red goes to that corner as well. If it just slides past that yellow.
The one she's closest to, yeah. Just barely wide, but that's all it needs to be, and Vicky gets back to the table. I like this. I think she's basically just seen that Deb's put a red fairly safe, and she's going to get a yellow out.
On the rails, just nudge that one out, yeah.
Yeah. That's a very nice shot indeed. My word.
Slight drift.
Yeah, just a little one. I mean, it's the intended shot, and I don't think it's made too much difference actually. But,
No.
but yeah, that definitely drifted a little, didn't it?
10 seconds.
Can Vicky solve that problem? I mean, her first problem is where does she go from here? Can she drift one into the right centre? Not the nicest of shots.
No, it's not.
Ten seconds.
Ooh, that was a big ask. It was a great effort. Very thin snick. Just feel like that actually has opened the door for Deb, because she's got a bit of a natural pattern now going here. She takes the red to the top left and then takes the one on the rail. There's not really too much problems after that, as long as she drifts down the table quite nicely.
Be pretty easy for her as well, with those 2 in the middle of the table to land on that one on the rail.
Is this just a little bit straighter than she'd like, do you think?
Yeah.
She's going to have to force this a little bit now, isn't she, to get nicely positioned on the next ball?
She is, yeah.
Ten seconds. Extension call.
Yeah, and force it she did, and it hasn't worked. Second prize though, she's covered that yellow.
Yeah. I mean, I think Vicky will still be happy, because in Deb going for that clearance, she has cleared that bag up there anyway, so...
Yeah, it's just... For me, this is all about the first positional shot. They're all there for her, but she's got to take the one into the right centre. This is delicate. Oh, it's very nicely played. Managed to avoid the red. Could have made things awkward had she glanced off that.
Mm.
Doesn't want that to cover the centre, and it hasn't. Little hand of apology.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure that was necessary.
It's one of the nicer flicks you can get. I've got a very nice path up to.
No, I'd be tempted to try and stun into the red that's directly above the cue ball, but. Do you think that was one of those ones where she could have done with another rotation of the cue on the table?
Yeah, possibly.
Just left it hanging over the pocket. Actually, she's covered the pocket.
Centre.
Can Deb take that red next to the right centre into it as her last ball? That's one of those ones you can just drop in dead weight. It's very tight, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd fancy it myself.
I just wonder if it's close enough to the pocket now. If she could play the red off that, the red in the middle of the table off the red near the centre pocket, just free it. She's still going to have a problem because the pocket's still covered. Oh, lovely shot. Now, stick or twist. Because if that red next to the right centre pocket is a problem, this might be a good opportunity to move it and try and keep it safe. You could try and take it up the rail and play it hard so you screw back and get cover on the black.
I guess she'll be taking it down the rail now.
Yeah, where does the other red go though? Maybe she's going to play it safe this time because I don't think the other red will go.
No, I'm not entirely sure she knew what she wanted to do with that position then.
I think that was
she just
a bit of shot clock pressure.
Yeah, possibly.
10 seconds.
Oh, I think she's tried to play that both ways and it hasn't worked. I felt like she could have just got that off the rail and left the cue ball anywhere on the left-hand side of the table.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to play it as a shot to nothing, don't even try and get close to potting the red. Just make sure you secure your cue ball.
Oh no! Oh, Vicky's cued that so nicely as well, but perhaps a little too nicely. Let's have another look at this. Just trying to come back round for the black, and you can see exactly what she's trying to do. That's harsh. Harsh or not, it's opened the door for Deb Burchell to go one frame away. That's a nicely controlled shot. They're more difficult, aren't they, than they look?
Yeah, the ball's over the bags. Yeah,
yeah. It's the pot's. The pot's not the problem, but position can be really tricky.
You've only got to catch it just too thin, and all of a sudden your white's flying everywhere, and you're not even on your next ball.
Yeah, it's literally. I don't know what it is about it being over the pocket, but it's like half a millimetre, and it sends it somewhere completely different. Let's have a look at the Open quarter-final scores. Liam Dunster 2-1 up against Simon Ward. Craig Marsh, of course, the match before this came through in a 7-6 thriller over Ben Davis. Corey Rees currently trails the world champion John McAllister by 3 frames to 2. Mark Farnsworth v Jack Whelan, I would imagine, will be our next game on the stream. That's one well worth a watch. Battle of 2 former world champions, of course. You got any... Who's your pick for the Open, based on what you've seen so far this weekend and who's left in it?
I fancy Dunster to do the double.
Do you? Dunster at the double. That would be some story. It has been done before, but not for a long time.
Burchell to break, leading 4 frames to 2.
He's just Mr. Consistent, isn't he?
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, he came through a final frame decider against David Admiral. The match before this that took probably 25 minutes. He's certainly not afraid to grind it out. But
No,
I
no.
do wonder if, surely at some point he's got to get tired.
He just never seems to waver, though, does he? Like,
No, he doesn't. He's unbelievable focus. Unreal. Vicky Lomax is at the table, and she needs to start taking these chances. Oh, wow. Oh, it stayed up. She was walking back to her seat. She's put herself in reverse. She was absolutely convinced that cue ball was in. Nice that they can see the funny side. That was a nice moment.
Deb's probably muttering under her breath, really.
Yeah. I mean, Deb's at the table now, so I think she'll be all right with it.
10 seconds.
Probably not that happy she's not quite that close to the side rail. But this is a really awkward table. I kind of think from Deb's point of view, she just needs to almost find a safety or find a containing shot and let Vicky go at these. I think that's probably her best option.
She's better off doing it early as well before she, gets rid of too many of her reds.
I think she could cover the yellow at the top left. I think she could play that as a covering shot. Just play the yellow off the cushion into the red off the cushion into the yellow.
Yeah, that's what I would be tempted to do, just to make things more awkward for Vicky when she does go for them.
Well, it's what she's tried, but she's
slightly too thick.
Yeah, not hit it well. If anything, she's given Vicky more control in the frame now.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shot. I can understand it. It's sort of just stopping Deb, but all she's done there is force Deb to move that red that is one of her problem balls anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there's still a lot of other issues on red, so maybe she's thinking she wants that red away from her yellow to save her a problem.
True. Oh, this is a great shot. This is a great shot. What a pot that is from Deb Burchell. Not only that, the position. Look, she's landed on the other awkward red in the top of the table. Let's have another look at this.
All of a sudden it looks achievable now, because that red just above the two together definitely goes into the corner, and in putting that, you nudge the other one out.
10 seconds.
That really was a very good shot. As you say, these are on now. Well, do you call that a bounce out, or do you call that a played it at too acute an angle too hard?
Yeah, I would say that is too acute angle. I mean,
it was in the pocket.
It has gone in, but
yeah.
The trouble is, I mean, we all play on these tables enough to know that if you're going to hit them at that pace, there is a chance the pocket won't take it.
10 seconds.
Still more problems on the table for Vicky than there are for Deb, though. The yellow on the right-hand side is certainly a bit of a problem. A bigger problem is the yellow between the two reds. So Vicky choosing to play safe. She's going to make Deb work.
Not a hard snooker to get out of, but...
Do you think she'd like to get out and pot here? Do you think if she could pot the one in the centre, she could take the two as a plant? We're going to find out, are we? Oh, no, it's just stayed. How's that stayed up? I mean, that's 1-1 really, isn't it? Because Vicky's cue ball. Actually, I suppose that's 2-0 to Vicky, because Vicky didn't want the cue ball in, and Deb did want the red in.
seconds.
Well, this does give Vicky a big opportunity to...
Has she got the angle to nudge the yellow out?
She can certainly get rid of the one tricky yellow, can't she?
Mm.
Can she top it through? Yeah, I think there's just too much angle.
I mean, she can leave herself on the bottom one, though, and get it out from that one.
Yeah.
Looks like. Speed.
Yeah, actually, if she catches the left red, sort of half ball, could come out nice. It's just going to cover the pocket.
Decided it's not worth the risk when she's one frame away from losing.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially with the black being on the rail as well.
I mean, it's covered a pocket that Deb needs as well, because she needs it for one of those two reds. Deb's gone double. She's ended up treble.
I was just about to say as well, my only worry would be if I was Vicky, that Deb does seem to be finding and making shots out of nothing.
Yeah.
And if you're going to keep letting her back at the table, she's going to keep doing it. And, you know, there's only so many chances you can give someone before they actually make something of it.
Deb is on the top of those two reds now as well, and it's bound to break open the other difficult red, although where it's going to end up is questionable. Oh, how's that not dropped? Just a fraction wide. There's so much tension out there now. This table is all about that black, isn't it? And for Vicky, I suppose, the red near the yellow near the black spot. Couple of inches less, and that's not too bad. She can screw down for it, can't she? But now, safety, I think.
Safe, yeah. That's a good shot.
That's a very, very nice shot indeed.
Total snooker.
Deb needs a hit.
Seconds.
That's wide.
Foul. One free shot, one visit.
No.
Time running.
For me, Vicky's got two problems to solve here and one shot to do it in.
Do you clear the bag for the yellow, or do you knock the black out?
Or do you pick the cue ball up and try and do both in one? Play the yellow onto the
You
red.
could end up with neither one, couldn't you?
You could.
I think she'd back herself to pot the black with it, even with it being on the rail. As long as she picks her pattern right.
Yeah.
You know, she will back herself to make that black.
I suppose the only nice thing is if she doesn't make that black.
She's not made the yellow.
I was going to say, if she doesn't make the black, it's going to cover the pocket for Deb's last red. But Deb's having a look at the skill shot there, but I'm not convinced that's on. I think the yellow's too far over in the side of the pocket. It's probably not quite far enough either to make it easy.
No, I think the red's just going to end up going away from the bag rather than following the yellow. Up and down, take it to the other corner.
Oh, where's the cue ball? Oh, right off the jaw. Oh, this is a big shot, isn't it? Well, what do you do here? Back double? Double to the centre?
Double to the middle, I think I'd favour if I was... Because then you're probably going to leave the white down here and take the black up to the top.
10 seconds.
Yeah. Could be a treble. No, back double. It's not there. Now this time, surely, Vicky, you've got to take this chance. She could move the black out as well. Got a lovely angle now.
Yeah, and
Guaranteed
she's guaranteed to be on the next ball. Just a little nudge, but is it enough?
She'd like a bit more, wouldn't she? Yeah, it doesn't go to the middle, does it? She's still going to have to land on it.
Yeah. Might be a little bit easier to double now, though. Now that it's just off the cushion.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it would certainly be an easier double. I don't think... Has she got an angle now to leave it as a double, though?
No.
I don't know about that shot. Well, she's going to take it long, surely.
I think she'll be screwing the white back to the bottom rail as well here.
It's in a drift on this sort of shot. That was always wide, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot harder than the one Deb hit before, so...
It was, yeah. I think that was always going to...
I think she's left this as a big pocket as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I think so. I think this should be game over. I think Deb Burchell can squeeze the red through the gap.
10 seconds.
Yeah, she can.
She's played that well.
Very nice shot. She almost played it as if the black wasn't there, didn't she? Just guaranteed it.
Yeah, yeah.
And in goes the black. Deb Burchell wins the International Ladies Final by 5 frames to 2. It was a good game. Both players had their chances, but it was Deb who took them in the end. Vicky will be probably a little disappointed in herself.
I think she'll be majorly disappointed, to be honest, knowing Vicky. But in all fairness, I think Deb was the deserving winner there. She did play the better of the two.
Yeah, she certainly took her chances. Yeah, she was. It was a good game in the end. I mean, Deb's pulled out a couple
of everything, didn't it?
Deb's pulled out a couple of world-class shots in that, and certainly her break and finish was excellent. But now we're going to go over to the arena and the trophy presentation with Ben Taylor-Fuente.
Welcome back to the Palace Hotel here in the Isle of Man, where we've just seen another fantastic ladies international black ball final between two of the best competitors you'll ever see. Unfortunately, there has to be a runner-up. On this occasion, it's the Bear, Vicky Lomax. Vicky, I've spoken to you throughout the weekend, saw you playing in some of the other events. You seem to be smashing up the competition. I really thought this was going to be yours.
Yeah, I've played well all weekend. It's just a shame I've probably brought my worst ball to this final tonight, but it's just how it goes.
It must be a slightly different atmosphere playing in this arena with all the audience watching, fans at home, the cameras and the shot clock. Did that seem to affect you in any way?
I mean, maybe, but you kind of just excuses. Of course, the table plays slightly different. It's a bit warmer, shot clock, but just putting balls really at the end of the day. So yeah, it's not really an excuse. It's a great table, so you can't really moan at that.
Well, regardless, you've had a fantastic run. Well done on your runners-up.
Thank you very much.
And your winner, it's Diamond Deb Burchell. Deb, back in the winner's circle again. How does that feel?
Oh, amazing. I think this is my first final, so I'm thrilled to get over that hurdle. And I'm lucky to Vicky today. She played really well all tournament, and she's had a few bits of bad run and a few misses between us both, but we've done all right there and got over the line.
There were a couple of misses in there, but it looked to me like there were some clutch shots at clutch times for you.
Yeah, I think the shot clock was a bit stressful, but because I'm not used to it really, I've not really played a lot with it, so just that edge of the 10 seconds. As soon as Scott's saying 10 seconds, I'm like, and then missing a few pots when that happened. But.
Deb, it was a fantastic performance. Well done, the international ladies champion, Deb Burchell.